Hello, Morning Mimosa viewers. This is the founder, Holly Sisa. And as you guys know, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. So today's episode, we'll be talking about the cold case of Ivory Mefford. Guys, this one is a really sad one. Um, And you guys know when I tell these stories, I tell it with emotion because these are humans who lost their life. Um, Ivory Mefford was 28 years old um, by May of 2009. On May 30th, 2009, 28-year-old Ivory Medford was sitting at a bus stop at the 1600 block of 31st Avenue in Denver, where he mysteriously was shot. Now, the reason I'm bringing awareness to this case is because there's not a lot of information on it. Um, there's not a lot of information on it, you know. There's also a lot of information that he, we don't know where he was, for a few hours before they found him dead at an RTD bus bench at 5:30 a.m. approximately on that day. Now, Mr. Medford was the son of Miss Patricia Rush, and that was her only son. So you can imagine how Miss Rush feels, losing her only child. So I'm just coming forward to ask whoever knows something about the case of Ivory Mefford, please come forward. Because I tried to find Miss Patricia Rush, and I really hope she hears this. I just want justice for your son, because he deserves that. He didn't deserve to be shot at a RTD bus stop like that. It is absolutely insane that it's been over 14 years and there's been no movement in this case. And that's how I feel about all these cases when we sit here and talk about them. How is there any justice when that young man died at 28 years old and the person that did it 14 plus years ago has never been held accountable? It's absolutely insane what humans do to other humans. I said he deserved better than what he got. Like I said, he was an only child. And that's not fair to him. Ivory Medford was born on April 11th, 1981 to Miss Patricia Rush. I couldn't find any information on who Mr. Medford's father was or any information pertaining to where he was born. The only thing that we know is that on May 30th, 2009, the police responded to East 31st Avenue and Franklin Street. They found an unresponsive male at a RTD bus stop bench. The coroner's office identified him as Ivory Mefford, 28 years old. Once again, Mr. Medford was an only child, so that was Miss Patricia's only kid. I need people to have a sense of giving a fuck because somebody knows something. I know where 31st and Franklin is, and people definitely saw something. and it's time for people to speak on it. Now, I'm going to play an old clip from the Denver Police Department. So this next clip is courtesy of the Denver Police Department when they talked about cold cases, and they talked about the case of Ivory Mefford. So we're going to take a listen. It is about 3 minutes long, but this is information people need to hear. So let's take a listen.
Denver Police Department case number 2009-315510, which is the cold case homicide investigation of Ivory Mefford, which occurred on May 30th, 2009.
Ivory had a gentle heart. He loved basketball. And he was just a sweet, sweet man.
On May 30th, 2009, at approximately 5:30 a.m., Denver Police Department received a 911 call about a man on the ground in the 1600 block of East 31st Avenue. Officers responded to the area and found a man who was later identified as Ivory Mefford. This is the 1600 block of East 31st Avenue. This is where Ivory was found between the bus bench and the grass right in this area. Officers noted that he had an apparent gunshot wound to his upper body. Paramedics responded to the scene, and Mr. Mefford was pronounced dead on the scene.
I'm here today to seek justice for him. On May 30th, he was murdered here at this bus stop. This violence needs to stop. No mother, no parent should ever bury their child. He was my only child. I'll never have another one again.
The information we have that he was in the downtown area earlier that night, so we can account for him up until about 2 a.m. From 2 a.m. until about 5:30, we're not sure of his whereabouts, and that's one of the things we're trying to find out.
Please, I know people know what's out there. They need to come forward and do the right thing. They know where he was at between 2 a.m. and 5 o'clock a.m. on May 30th. You're not his friends. If you can't come forward, you're just as guilty as the person who shot the bullet.
We don't have a lot to share on this case. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of evidence on this case. What we have is Ivory Mefford's body in the 1600 block of East 31st Avenue. What's important on these cold cases is someone has just one piece of information that they feel is not important, which could be very important to us. It could break a case wide open. So anyone with any information on Ivory's whereabouts that night, who he was with, where he was going, where he had been, that's extremely important to us. So if you have any information, please contact Crime Stoppers and pass that information on.
All of you, quit the violence. Stop it now. Stop killing each other.
So that was a clip, like I said, courtesy of the Denver Police Department. They shot that video 7+ years ago with the mother of Ivory Mefford, Patricia Rush. I just want you guys to listen to the cries of a mother. Listen to her pleas. Listen to the cries of a mother. You guys heard her. I was the only child. He was a good man. And somebody noticed something. Like they stated he was in the downtown area earlier that night. Somebody knows what happened to that young man in the early morning hours of May 30th, 2009, between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. The young man did not shoot himself. The young man, had he lived today, would be 42 years old. 42. But instead of a very child, and she has no justice for him. I want you guys in the Denver area and in whatever area you are listening to this episode, I need you guys to put yourself in your family's shoes. There's a lot of families who have murdered and or missing loved ones who don't have justice. And we haven't had it for years. I'm coming to you pleading. If you know something about a case, open your heart and say something. The families deserve to know the truth. Their lawyers deserve to know who harmed their loved ones. It is so hurtful that people can keep secrets like that. And like I said, that area of 31st and Franklin Street is pretty busy. Even at night, someone heard something. They just decided to turn a blind eye. Let's stop turning a blind eye. Ivory Mefford was somebody's child. And that young brother had the rest of his life to live. But for whatever circumstance, on May 30th, 2009, someone decided to take that all away from him. Where's the compassion? Not only for him, but for his mother that lost her only child, Miss Patricia Rush. Here on Morning Mimosas, we make sure we mention the loved ones of the ones who lost their lives and the missing. And I'm talking about the ones that truly loved them. In Ivory Mefford's case, it was his mother, Miss Patricia Rush. Like I stated earlier in the episode, I did try my best to locate Miss Rush before I did this episode. And I was unable to locate her. I hope that if she's still living, that she will hear this and know that the only thing that I, Holly Cisa, wants, and my wonderful partner in crime in this, Fatu, the only thing we want is justice for families and truth and healing. On May 30th, 2009, 28-year-old Ivory Mefford was found shot to death at a RTD bus bench in Denver, Colorado at approximately 5:30 a.m. If you know anything, and I mean anything about what happened to Mr. Mefford that day, come forward and say something. That, like I said, he was only 28, and he had the rest of his life. Sorry, y'all. I had to give you guys some silence because it's just really, really sad what happened to this young man. But, like I said, if you were in that area on May 30th or May 29th, you know something or seen something, please Call Crime Stoppers at 720-913-7867. Once again, if you know anything about what happened to Mr. Ivory Mefford on May 30th, 2009, at the 1600 block of 31st Avenue, at that RTD bench right there, call 720-913-7867. Let's help get this man justice. It's been too long already. If you know something, it's time to say something. Rest in peace, Ivory Mefford. Justice for you. We will get it for you soon. Hey guys, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and educating for the Black and minority communities. Until next time, thank you for listening.